In these United States, it's up in the air. It's a keep your fingers crossed and keep your toes crossed, and hold the cross, and pray while you do it.
Welcome once again to Unstuck, what I like to call escaping the matrix. My name is Enes Cosmic, and today I'm in the studio with a very good friend of mine, Marlon Francis. Hey Marlon, how are you doing?
I'm good, Ernest. How you doing, brother? Listen, man. We're about to jump into this topic of the stimulus, and I don't understand what's taking so long.
All right. Let's see what is holding our politicians back from giving us another stimulus check. So, this is from CNN Politics. They said a second round of stimulus payments may be part of a coronavirus relief package under the negotiation by Congress. Lawmakers are still working on a deal, which could include $600 checks, but experts say it will take at least 2 weeks for the Treasury to get cash into individuals' bank accounts after legislation is signed. The timing could be more challenging this time, but the IRS could likely begin to get the money out in January, said Howard Gleckman, a senior fellow at the Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center. Details of what will be in the final version of the bill and when it will pass were still uncertain Friday as lawmakers battle a looming shutdown. This is crazy. I was thinking that by Christmas, everyone will have their stimulus check to kind of buy gifts for their loved ones and families, and I'm very much surprised to know that this can trickle over into next year, 2021. What do you think about that?
Um, uh, I share the same sentiments in regards to that the stimulus would have been done already, but typically, like over the past 8 years, Congress and the House are having a difficult time sitting down, coming to a full agreement on what to do. Now, when they did the first one, they did this first one because things were really bad, really bad. So there was no debate about, or much debate about how much to be cut and how much is needed. As a matter of fact, they did so much that they overpaid people so much that folks didn't want to go back to work. And now that they are sitting down to help the community again, it's taking longer and becoming more tedious and becoming somewhat petty in the process about who wants, how they want it, where they want it, when they want it, so that I can look good in the process when this is all done. When it's really not about them. It's about the people.
Absolutely. On December 14th, the New York Governor Cuomo, said New Yorkers starting December 14th, restaurants and bars limited to outdoor dining, takeouts or delivery only.
A restaurant setting is something like this. You have the waiters, right? Then you have the cashiers, and what they've done, they've made the waiters into cashiers, so they check out every one of the section and they cash them out. So what they might do is now lay off some people and double up others, the more efficient people within, right? Someone is out of a job.
Right.
And then in the kitchen area, you think about the person that washes the dishes, gets everything prepped and cut and ready to go he might lose his job because now the chef has to take on more responsibility and the sous chef has to take on more responsibility. And at the same time, because you're not meeting the capacity, right? Because no one can dine on the indoors. Everything is on the outside, and they only have a limited amount of space on the outer portion of the restaurant for people to dine, which still puts them below their bottom line, right?
If you're somebody who works in a restaurant, a time like this can be a very challenging time for you and your family, especially now that we are very close to celebrating Christmas. And what I would like to say to anyone working in a restaurant who has been laid off, in the meantime, while we wait for the stimulus check to come, one thing that you can do to help yourself and your family, that is if you have a car that you can use for deliveries, Uber deliveries. You can do that and make side income.
That's the solution. Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely a very good solution, because if you cannot work in the inside of the restaurant, at least you can do deliveries.
Right.
So if you have a car that you can use, register with Uber and do deliveries for Uber.
Right.
You can do it for DoorDash, whatever company that you choose. That could be a solution for you in the short term, as you wait to be recalled back to work.
Right.
And also, like, the whole stimulus battle, since a couple of months ago, up until now, the reason why they weren't able to pass that bill, I still don't understand it. Because if these politicians really care about the people, making a decision that moves this country forward shouldn't be a decision that will take months. There are people out there without jobs. People can't pay their rent.
People are
And
hurting.
people are hurting.
Yeah,
And
people are hurting, yeah.
it's crazy. So I was thinking this stimulus will be out before Christmas. One thing I don't understand is that they said lawmakers are still working on a deal which could include $600 checks. Like, what do they really mean by that? Is that $600 an additional money being added to a quote unquote stimulus package that they're going to give to small businesses and individuals, or this is just a one-time check that they're going to send out?
Listen, Miss Cortez, who's one of the senators in New York, is just reminded us that the GOP wants to give more monies to more powerful people and powerful companies to make them richer. I don't understand that. How is it that they can get a massive lump sum of money when the mom with her 2 children, she has to go to work or she's out of work, and she has to make promises to her landlord if he can wait for her for the stimulus before she can actually start paying back for it. And then whatever she gets or whatever he gets, it's just not enough.
Well, if you're listening to us right now, like I said on our previous podcast, this is not a time for you to be spending money on things that you don't really need. This is the time that every little money that you have, you should be saving that money for a rainy day, because our politicians cannot be trusted. Now they are talking about January. Who knows if January these stimulus checks will be available to individuals to be able to catch up on their bills.
Let me tell you what, man. New Zealand. Everyone has been getting a check. Australia, everyone has been getting a check. In the UK, everyone is being taken care of. The majority of Europe is taking care of its people because they understand that their resources are their greatest resources is their people. And you have to take care of them. You don't want a whole bunch of sick, poor people, homeless. That's another pandemic that you don't want. And the governments of those particular countries, within Europe and Australia and New Zealand, they're doing what they need to do to help the country remain at some level of normalcy. It's up in the air. In the United States, it's up in the air. It's a keep your fingers crossed and keep your toes crossed and hold the cross and pray while you do it.
This is a little bit disheartening. With that being said, we would like to bring this podcast to an end. If this is the first time you are watching our channel, we encourage you that you subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified each time we post a new video. Also, like our page on Facebook. Until next time, remember, don't be a follower, be a student. My name is Ennis Cosmic. Thank you for listening.